This is a 15-ounce parcel of Mintabie Seam Opal. It was discovered recently in some buckets, apparently, and wasn't known to be there. It was put aside because it's relatively low grade opal, and by low grade I mean things in the range of as low as 60 US dollars per ounce and about $400 an ounce. Dumped it all in the pan here, and because I need the water. If you take a look at a piece that's dry, for some reason the edges appear frosted. You get a good look at that. See, I can't get much of an idea, but when I wet it, these are a few that I've picked out that are slightly higher grade than the last batch. There's more color. You can see that wavy color bar there. Looks like it's got some higher grade opal. That's a very thin layer of it, and that sort of darker band like this one. It's got color in it, and this bright stuff at the top is probably gem opal. Also has a somewhat frosted appearance. It's got a thick layer of sand and about a 3 or 4 millimeter thick band of opal that you can see the color when I tilt it. The color's pretty weak. This sort of sparkling, dancing, vertical appearance. The way this appears with those vertical lines and it's sort of slightly pale or off-white background, to me that is very suspicious for jelly opal. Select one of these and I'll be right back and we'll start cutting it. This is 0.44 ounces. I've decided to cut this piece. It's got that frosted look in most areas. It's got some higher grade looking material near the surface that has some of that greenish. Okay, I'm starting to grind it here. I've exposed a little area of that high grade material at one edge of it. If you look carefully, it's pretty bright, but what I need to do now is work on this area and see if I can expose a little bit more of it. Okay, I've gone a little bit deeper here, and you can see that I've exposed a little bit more, but I've also gone through it a little bit, so I've already lost some of the brilliant color of this very thin layer. I don't expect that this would be very valuable because it's just one tiny area. You can see the jelly opal there underneath, but I think I'm going to cut this with a trim saw and remove it from the main specimen, and I'll give this away. This will be one of the giveaways for this video, and I'm sure someone will appreciate it. I hope so. Okay, I've made the cut. I've cut underneath the gem layer. It's got some sand here. It weighs about 6 or 7 carats. I'm sure that somebody can use this and make a good stone out of it, and so this will be part of the giveaway for the. Okay, I've worked on this some more. I've ground the top down, and you can see I still have some sand there. I'm going to work on that a little bit more. You can see the jelly opal there. This sand is impossible to predict. It could dive all the way through the specimen. It's completely unknown. It's always a crapshoot with sand, and so I'll just give it a try and see how far I can get with this thing. I've ground down into this thing, and I've removed the sand pretty much there, but this area is still there, and you never really know how deep the sand's going to be. I think I can get through that. This area, I'd like to roll it out there, but this area, you just know, there's no way. I don't think that there's a great chance of my getting completely through that, whereas on the other side, I think I might be able to do it. So let's give it a try. Okay, I've gotten a little further into this. You can see it's got some pretty nice jelly opal. This one area near here is sort of amber in color, but down there it's whitish. The whitish often indicates that there's sand beneath the surface, but there's no way to really know. I notice that the sand is very thick around the edge here, and not very much is going to come out of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from about right here and down to about right there. I'm going to put it on the trim saw, and I'm going to cut it off, and I'll add that to the giveaway. Let's see what happens. Okay, I've cut through and I've cut this side off. You can see it's a pretty thick little piece of opal there, and it's got a little bit of color. I'm going to add that to the giveaway. Now I've got those dark spots, and I'd like to try to roll through those now that it's near the edge and see if I can work with that. But I'm looking at the tip, and the tip, I don't think there's much there. Plus there's an area of sand nearby, so I think that I will cut the tip off and we'll take it from there. I'll add that to the giveaway as well. Okay, I've cut the tip off. It's got some nice color in it too. It's not very thick, but it looks all right. I'm going to add that to the giveaway, and we'll proceed from here. Okay, I've tried to roll through this, but that dark spot is getting darker. In other words, I can see that it's deep in there. So it really looks to be a problem. The sand is pretty thick. It goes to near to the surface there, and if you look in this area, it's got some finger-like projections headed toward the surface. So overall, I think the best thing that we can do is cut it in two along this line, and we'll have this specimen and this specimen. Okay, so now I've cut it in half. I'm going to add the left side there to the giveaway. A very interesting thing, shows the unpredictability of sand. I've got a huge mound of it there, and you never know when sand is going to crop up like that. So I'm going to take the rest of this specimen, nice jelly opal, and see if I can't make a nice cabochon out of it. Okay, here's some grinding. I'm rolling the edges, getting some of that sand on the bottom even, handling the corners, just trying to round it out, smooth it out, and make it look decent. So it's looking pretty good right now. Okay, so this is where I am to this point. I've got a pretty good shape on it. It's almost pill-shaped, and so you can focus it. You can see it's pretty nice medium-grade jelly opal, certainly in a decent price range. Now I'm going to have to polish it and see how it finishes out. So here's the finished product. It's got that sand on one side. I had to polish it twice, once on a dop stick to get the polish right. But it's got really nice colors, pretty intermediate grade jelly opal. Reds, greens, yellow, a little bit of blue. It weighs 11.3 carats, and it's 23 by 8 by 8 millimeters. I've decided that I'm going to give this cabochon, nice jelly opal cabochon, away as well. This will be giveaway piece number 5. So I will give the first 4 pieces to one winner, and the other winner will get this one. It'll be done randomly. In order to enter, you need to leave a comment. I have to say that my subscribers have been very loyal to me, and I have to give preference to subscribers. So they've been loyal, and I appreciate everything that everyone's done, and I appreciate your comments, and Good luck. I'll see you next time.